So in this lab, we will be seeing more on branches, branch security, and branch policies. So in our previous lab, I just gave you a basic introduction of what is branches and how do you create a branches. So we will be seeing more about branches in this lab. As usual, log into dev.azure.com and then with your email ID and password, and then click on the project that you wanted to go in. Click on the repositories, and under repositories our topic for today is branches. So click on the branches. In our last lab we have created this branch called dev branch. Okay, so now what is the next step that we need to do as part of our branches? What are all the options available in Azure? So here, if you see on any branches, there is a triple dot on the last. When you click on that, you can see multiple options over here. I can create a new branch from here itself. Instead of going to here, I can create a new branch from here. I can create a new pull request from here. Instead of going to the pull request menu, I can view the files over here. When I click on this, I can see list of all the files for that particular branch. Okay, and then I can view the history as well, like what is the list of commits that has been happened on that particular branch. And I can compare between multiple branches. So I am going to compare between dev branch and the master branch. So at present there is no difference, hence it is not showing me anything, but I have an option of comparing between the two branches, and I can even make this as a default branch. When I click on this, if you see, the star has come to the dev branch, so I can make this as a default branch as well. And then I have an option to lock this branch. So here when you see, it is actually saying it is locked by me. So if I'm actually locking this branch, what happens is like no other developers will be able to check in the files into this particular branch. So that gives me an option of preserving this branch to my name, so that when I'm actually doing any important production release, or if I'm doing an important hot fixes or feature fixes, then I don't want other peoples to disturb this branch. So I can even lock this branch to my name, so that no other guys can be able to check in the files into this particular branch. That is an option of this lock. And once I'm done with my work, I can unlock it. And then here is an option of branch policies and branch securities. So these two are main concepts in our branching. So when I click on this branch policies, okay, so it actually takes me to another page. Okay, so this is a branching policies that I have. So for this particular branch, what are all the list of branch policies that I have? I can say when I raise a pull request, there has to be a minimum number of approvers. So I can click on this and I can tell them like I need at least 2 reviewers for this particular branch, because this is an important branch, and when I'm going to merge it to a master branch, I need at least 2 people to review it so that there is no issues. Sorry. So I can give 2 people to review this. So, and also I have an option of allow requesters to approve the change. So if I'm raising a request, I can even approve myself. I can even check that option, and I can even see multiple options over here. So this is a minimum number of reviewers option. And then I can even see if I'm actually linking it with any of the work items. For example, if I'm making any change, then obviously I need to have some tickets according to that, because without any tickets or without any work item, I will not be able to work on any new changes. So that is called as your tickets. So I can even give that, or I can make it as it is definitely required for my pull request to approve, or it is optional as well, whether I am giving a ticket number or whether I'm not giving a ticket number. That is my choice. If I'm making it as required, only when you give the ticket number it will be approved. If not, it will not be approved. And then I can check for the comment resolutions. So I can just see whether the comments are given properly on the tickets, and then I can see whether it is required or it is optional. So for example, on the pull request, if something is wrong, then people should give a comments on that. So if the comments are not given, then I can reject the pull request as well. So I can make it as required or I can make it as optional. And then these are all the list of merge types available. So how my pull request has to be merged, whether it is going to be a basic merge, or whether it is going to be a rebase merge, or whether it is going to be a splash merge, or whether it is going to be a rebase with merge commit. So these are all multiple merges available. So if you wanted to learn more about these merges, each one is a separate topic. Basic merge is nothing but it actually merges from one branch to another branch, and the history will be preserved. Squash merge is nothing but when you merge it from one branch to another branch, the target branch will be deleted. It is called a squash merge. Rebase is nothing but you are actually recreating the history from the first, and rebase with merge commit is like you are actually merging it without the history. So these are all the multiple merge options that is available as part of your pull request. So I can choose whatever merges I wanted to do. So these are all the branch policies available. And then there is a build validation as well. So what happens whenever I'm trying to do a pull request, I can tell them to run a build as well. So when this pull request is created, I wanted a build to be run, and only if the build is successful, I will come to know like whether my code is successful or not. So I can even make this build validation, and then status checking as well. Like I can just check the status of whether my pull request is correct or not, and what is the option out of it. I can even do the status checkings. And if I have external reviewers not from my company but from outside companies, I can add them as an external reviewers as well over here. So these are all the multiple branching options or branching policy options that is available for you to customize and make your branches more secure as possible. Okay, so while doing our demo or while doing our complete action of CI/CD, we'll be seeing these options, and I will show you like how it is being actually done. Okay, at present what I'm actually doing is like I'm just creating this required minimum number of approvers, and then I'm just making it as one. Since I don't have too many peoples, I'm just making it as one, and then I'm allowing to approve the request to the own changes, because anyways I'm going to raise a request and I'm going to approve it. So I'm just clicking on this option and I'm just making this option as one, and then I'm just checking if my linked item is there or not. So I'll just show you this option as well. Okay, and then the merge type, I'm just keeping it as a basic merge. Okay, so these three options I'm just selecting it. Okay, and then I'm just going back to my branching section. Okay, so now what happened, if you see this particular icon over here mentions like this branch has a policy defined to it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some changes to this particular branches. So I'm just going here and I'm just going to the readme.txt, and then I'm trying to add some other options over here, and then I'm trying to click on commit. Yeah, see why it is not actually asking you to do it, what happened. So it says pushes to this branch is not permitted, you must raise a pull request. So what happens, this kind of, since you have kept the branching policy, you will not be able to come here and then you will not be able to make any changes and then push your changes automatically, since you have kept the branching policies in place. So we cannot do any commit or something on this particular branch. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to another branch, and then I'm trying to make any changes, and then I'm trying to commit it. So now if you see, this master branch doesn't have any branching policies in place, so I was able to commit it. Now when I come to this pull request, okay, I see like a master has been updated just now. So I can create a pull request by clicking on here or clicking on here, or I can create a pull request by clicking on here. So here it says like from the master there is a changes happened and it has to be pushed to the dev branch, because dev branch is going to be your default branch where your branching policies is in place, and this is going to be your overview page, and this is the file option. So what is the file that I have changed? Previously it was like this, and I have added this as plus. So minus is nothing but list of changes that was there before, and plus is nothing but the changes that I have added newly. Okay, and this is going to be my commit ID. Okay, now what happens, I'm just going to add the reviewers. So since I'm the only person over here, I'm just trying to add my name over here. And if you remember on the branching policies, I have mentioned it as link a work item. Okay, but I am not actually linking a work item over here, and then I'm just trying to create it. Okay, now if you see what it is saying, like there was no merge conflicts, fine, at least one reviewer must be approved, that is a condition. And another condition which I kept is like one work item must be linked, and that is the reason it is actually showing you into button, which means unless I link the work item, it will not be able to create it. So work item must be linked, that is a branching policy that is required. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to this board is a separate topic that we will be seeing it, but I'm just showing you how to create a work items. So I'm just going to this board, and there is an option called as work items. I'm just going here and I'm just clicking on the new work item, and I'm choosing a task option because this is going to be a task for me. So the task is create a pull request, and I'm assigning this task to myself. Okay, and then I'm clicking on save. So this is going to be my task one. So now what I'm doing, I'm again coming back to the pull request. Okay, and this is a pull request that I have created it. Okay, so now I'm just trying to reject it because I just need to add a work item. So I'm just trying to reject this pull request. Okay, and then I'm trying to abandon it. Okay, so now my pull request is abandoned. If you see here, abandoned is nothing but it has been destroyed, so that is abandoned. So now I'm again coming back to pull request, and now when you go to this abandoned, I can see my abandoned pull request, and completed is not there, active is not there. So I just need to create a new pull request again, and from master I'm making a changes to dev branch, and this is the same file that I needed to do it. So this time what happened, I'm just giving a reviewer as my name, and the work item, I'm just choosing this work item which I created it. Okay, now when I create it, it is trying to check the condition. So if you see, the condition of work item is checked and no merge conflicts are checked, and one reviewer is actually needed. Okay, so if you remember, there was another option where you need to give a comment. So this is what the comment is. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just trying to approve it. Now if you see, 3 conditions are actually met. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just clicking on this complete button, and when you actually click on this approve, there you have an option of approve with suggestions, wait for the author, or reject. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Last time, if you remember, we have rejected it. This time, since all the conditions are met, we have approved it. And this is an option of complete, so I can just set an auto complete so that when people is not around, it will automatically be done. Or I can mark it as draft, or I can abandon it. Abandon it is nothing but totally destroy it. So this time, since every condition is met, I am just trying to complete it. When you complete it, it actually tells you an option, because if you remember, we have chose a merge type as ordinary merge with nothing else. So if you see, this is forbidden by the policy, so we have choose only this merge as per your single thing. So it is going to merge it, and what I can do after the merge is completed, I can delete the master branch, or generally it's going to be a target branch. I can even delete the target branch, and I can complete the associated work items after merging, because my work item is nothing but to create a pull request and merge it. So once after I create a pull request and merge it, automatically Azure DevOps closes that ticket, and automatically Azure DevOps deletes the target branch as well. But in our case, we don't need it, we need that particular branch. Okay, and you can even customize your merge commit. So now when I complete this merge, what happens, automatically the merging will be completed, and I can close this particular thing. Okay, now I have an option of delete the source branch, or I can even leave it. So now the merge option, if you see here, it is going to be completed. When I go to the pull request menu, I can see there is nothing available for me on active, but completed, I can see one merge is completed, and last time we have abandoned it. So now when you go to the files, last time, when if you remember, on our dev branch, it was not allowing us to do the changes manually. Now when you go to the readme button, I can see these extra files that is being merged over here. Okay, so this is a option of branch policies, and how do you raise a pull request with the help of branch policies. Now we will go to the work item, and what was our work item is task 1. Okay, this is going to be my work item, and if you see, automatically the status is completed and it is done. Okay, so automatically it also fills me the commands for it, completing the pull request with associated work items. So in this way, what happens, Azure DevOps automatically does everything for you, so that you are not missing anything, and you are not actually what do you call, in trouble because of not updating the work item, because of not deleting the work items, or because of not deleting a source branch. So automatically Azure DevOps does everything for you. Okay, that is one option available. Now the final thing that we are going to see it over here is branch security. So this is a branch policy that we have seen with the complete demo. So branch security is nothing but as the name indicates, you can restrict the branch access to the particular people. Like for example, as build administrators, they have an option of bypassing the policies, edit the policies, force push and everything. Contributors, what are all the things that they can do? Project administrators, what are the things they can do? Readers, what they can do? And if you see, you can even go to the individual level as well. So I can actually do everything I want. I can allow it, I can allow it. And so what actually happening is like I am making myself available to bypass the policy when pushing and force push and everything. I'm just allowing myself. Okay. And this is going to be your build services. So since I am actually restrict or allowing myself to do all these things, I can try to do whatever I want to do on this particular branches as well. Like for example, can delete it. See, last time it was not allowing me to actually commit directly on the dev branch, but now what happened, I have just went to the branches section and then I have actually gone to the branch security and I have made myself to force push and bypass the policy. I have made it as allow. That's the reason I am able to do everything on this particular branch since I logged in with my name. So similarly, you can try to restrict or you can try to give whatever access you wanted to give for the particular branches as well. Okay, so if you want, you can actually download the detailed report and it will be sent to your email like who has what access and everything. Okay, so this is about your complete branching policies and branch securities and list of branch options and locking and everything about the branches. So please try these options and then let me know if you guys face any issues. Until then, thank you.